What is going on, everyone? Got a review here to share with all of you of the Samson G-Track Pro microphone that you're hearing me through right now. So this is a professional grade studio microphone, and Samson sent this to me to do a review. So I've been playing around with it, and I actually really do like it. It's really easy to use. You just take the USB cable and you can plug it into your Mac or PC, and it just works automatically. You do not need to install drivers. It has a built-in audio interface and mixer, so you can do different things here with the volume controls, like adjust them per, how you want them for mixing and stuff. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I'm gonna be doing a few tests, and as I get close to it, I just want to warn those of you who are using like headphones or something that you might want to turn your volume down because it could get very loud. This is the box that it comes in, and I'm gonna put links and all that stuff in the description below if you guys are interested. This thing costs probably about $130. I've seen it down to like $129, and you can do music recording, podcasting, game streaming, anything like that. It has different polar patterns. Actually, the mic volume is set at like 50%. Everything right now is at 50%. It also comes with this attachment. You can use this to take this apart on the bottom, which I'll kind of show you later, but you can attach pretty much any universal boom arm to this thing and have it hanging, like over here attached to your desk. So that's really nice. I'm also going to include some links in the description for kits where you can get like the shock mount and things like that for it. Now, real quick, I used the Blue Yeti Pro microphone, and I haven't really noticed huge differences at all. This is 24-bit. It records at 96 kilohertz. It has a really good recording resolution, and it's clear. Like right now, I'm using the Logitech Brio webcam, and this is what you guys are hearing me on. And I believe the pattern that I'm using right now is cardioid. So if I switch over to the figure 8, I don't know if you can hear a difference there. I'll go back over to cardioid, and then I'll switch back to omni. So now I'm on omni directional. So I'll go back to cardioid. Cardioid kind of takes care of, cancels out noise back there, but takes care of the front here and the sides. So I really like the cardioid one for, doing my YouTube videos and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and go around this microphone now so you can hear the difference as I'm talking, and I'm spinning this thing around. So you can kind of hear how it sounds when I'm going around it like that. I'll go ahead and go to the figure 8 pattern now, and I'll go around and I'll keep talking so you guys can hear this and see if it sounds any different. All I know is this thing records very well, very clear, and I'm really happy with it. I'll go back over to omnidirectional now, which should be all the way around the mic entirely, like if you were in a room where there was a whole bunch of people or something, or musical or something. And I really like the fact so much that you can plug this in via USB to pretty much any computer, any Mac computer, without any drivers or software. So it does not come with software or anything like that in the box. It does, however, come with free software that you can actually go and you can download. Just show you that real quick. It's called Autodesk. You can go download that, or you can use it with Audacity, which is what I'm using right now. I'm also using OBS to create this video, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm using the Logitech Brio 4K webcam. I'm not recording in 4K, but I just want to do a normal, like anyone else would do, type of video with the webcam and this microphone, just to see how things worked out. So right now everything here is at 50%. I am going to go ahead and back away from the mic just to give you an idea of what it sounds like when I'm talking, and I'm actually backing away from the microphone. I would say right now I'm about 3 to 4 feet away from this microphone. So I don't know how that sounds to you. It probably sounds a little echoey and stuff like that, but as I get a little closer, of course, it's going to sound better. Okay, so this is where it's probably going to get a little loud. I'm going to go ahead and crank the mic volume up, and I'm sure it is really loud right now. Right now, I'm probably at 75 to 80% right there with the volume. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that up a little more, but you guys can hear how loud that is. I know I'm in the red, but I'm also going to back up right now so you can hear how this sounds. It's probably getting a little more echoey and all that stuff, but right now, even over here 3 to 4 feet away, I can see that I'm in the yellow on the meter there, getting close to 0 decibels. So as I get closer, I'm going to have to get a little more quiet. So if I crank this thing all the way up, okay, so right now it's all the way up. You guys are hearing me. It's all the way up, and I'm sure I'm blowing out your ears. I don't know, but I hope not. All right, so I'm back at 50%. That is the mic volume there. You can also control instrument volume and the volume of headphones. So let's just talk about these ports real quick on the back. It comes with standard headphone jack port there for you to plug your headphones in. This one here would be like a standard guitar cable. You can just plug your guitar cable in there, and then you can record that into Audacity or something, because you have the option here with a mono and 2-track. If you select 2-track, then you can go in and you can split those channels, and I'll try to show you guys that here in the video. It also has a mute button here, and I believe that mutes all the tracks. Like if you press mute, it cancels everything out and puts everything in mute. Again, you can control these. This is a mixer, so you can control them independently. And I had a couple notes over here I wanted to talk about. There was something else in the back here. It's called a monitor on and off switch, and that's zero latency monitoring. And I believe, I haven't really played around with that, but that's just something I have to mess around with a little more yet. So I'm just gonna play a couple of chords here for you on the guitar, just out in the open here, so you can hear what it sounds like. I do not have the guitar connected or plugged in or anything like that. I'm using the cardioid pattern right now, and I'm at 50% pretty much with everything. So here's a couple of chords. All right, so I'll switch to the figure 8 pattern now. And then I'll switch over to Omni. Omni didn't sound too bad either. I kind of like how Omni picks up everything. So I'm gonna switch back to cardioid mode right now. Okay, so now I went ahead and plugged the guitar in over here, and I plugged that into the back of the microphone. So we're gonna go ahead and jump over to the desktop screen here, so you can see over here on the screen how it records. I'm gonna go ahead and hit record right now, but you're gonna see, like, right now I'm actually in mono mode over here on the microphone. So you have the option, and you can see it's on both channels. If I switch that to track, now you can see that the lower one, is gone until I actually start playing the guitar. So you can see that shows up now on the bottom. So actually I have one of these little adapters that reduces that plug down to a headphone jack size. So if any of you had instruments that you need to do something like that, you could order something like this. However, this does not come in the box, but you could just plug it in there, and then you'd have like a headphone sized jack there. Now I know the product weight of this thing is like 3.5 pounds. So in order to get it in a boom arm, you'd have to unscrew this thing here in the back. And then that just comes apart like that right there. So this piece over here, I have a scale over here. I'm just gonna weigh this real quick. It's coming up like a couple of pounds there. So the mic itself, let's see how much the microphone itself weighs. So it looks like the microphone itself weighs like 1 pound and 12 ounces. But that's good to know, because if you want to, hang it from some type of boom arm, you just want to make sure you buy a good quality one. And I believe it's a 5/8, I think it's 5/8 threaded mount. So this little adapter here goes in the bottom, and you just spin that into place. It screws down in there, and of course you can connect it then that way to a boom. So I'm going to go through a few questions and answers here that I think some of you may have about this microphone. Probably not going to cover everything, but I got a few things up here that might be very helpful. So the diameter of this mic is 4.5 by 10.5 inches. And another thing is, you could plug this into an Xbox One and use it as an external microphone. So if you want to be able to like listen to your speakers but have a good microphone, you could do that as long as your Xbox has a USB input for audio. But this microphone's probably a lot more than what you'd need for something like that, but it would still work. Again, this thing would work great for like podcasting, live streaming, and all that kinds of stuff, or a simple video like I'm doing now. And of course, you can use it with a shock mount. And I know I mentioned the frequency was 24-bit and it's 96 kilohertz. So the audio input could also be used on this microphone to provide like background music or something to podcast or something like that. And this green light right here that's on the front usually means that everything's good to go if it's on. But if that was was to turn solid red, that may mean you're clipping, and you'll notice like your volume is extremely loud and it's too much. And if it was flashing red, that could mean there's an issue or something's not compatible, or you'd have to change the bitrate or something within the program you're using. One thing I noticed that happened was, I think it's if I open Audacity first and then I open OBS, that starts flashing red. But if I do it the other way around, if I open OBS first and then Audacity, then this stays green. Just a funny little bug. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I couldn't really figure anything out because all my settings are set to be compatible with the bit rates and everything. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I'd like to hear your feedback down below in the comments section. Put questions in there, comments, whatever. People read through there and they may be a little more professional with this thing than I am, and they could answer your questions. So all around, this thing is a good, solid, heavy-duty microphone. Really nice for desktop use. It's portable. You can take it with you and stuff like that. I really like it. You can hear how clear the sound is. And I think, if you purchase one of these, you'd be pretty happy. So all the links and stuff will be in the description below. And again, leave comments, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, if it helped you out. And I will see you guys in the next one.